Why is everything so confusing?
I study for hours, but nothing makes sense. Am I the only one struggling like this?
Welcome to NeuroNectar, where science finally makes sense.
Inside the human brain, billions of signals travel every second.
A microscopic messenger carrying information faster than you can imagine. The neuron.
Welcome to our deep dive into the nervous system. Get ready to meet the tiny superheroes running your body. Every single thought you have, every heartbeat, every time you laugh, cry, blink, or even stalk someone on Instagram at 2 a.m., there's one tiny cell making all of it happen. Meet the neuron, the electrical superstar of the human body. This tiny cell is responsible for coordinating every movement and sensation in your body, acting as the fundamental messenger. Today we'll learn the structure of the neuron, types of neurons, how neurons work, and the crazy science behind nerve impulses. Trust me, after this video, your brain will literally appreciate its own employees. First, let's establish exactly what a neuron is and why it's so important. A neuron is the structural and functional unit of the nervous system. It's a specialized cell that receives, processes, and transmits information. It transmits this information using both electrical and chemical signals, ensuring quick and accurate communication across the body. Basically, neurons are like the internet cables of your body. They carry messages between your brain, spinal cord, muscles, and sensory organs. Your body contains around 86 billion neurons. That's more connections than social media drama on the internet. Now let's zoom in and look at the fascinating structure of this tiny powerhouse. The first part is the cell body, or soma. This is the control center, containing the nucleus and organelles, maintaining the metabolism and survival of the neuron. Think of it as the headquarters. Next, we have the dendrites. These are short, branched extensions that receive signals from other neurons. They act like antennas receiving incoming information. More dendrites mean more communication. The axon is a long projection that carries nerve impulses away from the cell body. Fun fact, some axons can be more than 1 meter long. That's literally longer than many people's patience during exams. Surrounding the axon is the myelin sheath. This fatty covering acts like insulation on electrical wires. It protects the axon and crucially increases the speed of impulse transmission. Without myelin, signals become slow and inefficient. Finally, we have the Axon Terminal. This is where chemicals called neurotransmitters are released. These chemicals cross the synapse and pass messages to another neuron.
Now we will move to the detailed segment, learning about the 3 types of the neurons.
We are going to dive deep into the 3 main types of neurons and how they work as a perfectly coordinated team. Okay, now let's meet the 3 main neuron squads running your nervous system. Each neuron has a different, specialized role, but together, they ensure your nervous system operates flawlessly. First up, we have the sensory neurons, also known as afferent neurons. These neurons are the reporters. They carry information from the body to the brain and spinal cord, detecting stimuli from your sensory receptor. For example, when you accidentally touch a hot pan, your sensory neurons instantly send danger signals to the brain. Their job is like, emergency alert, something bad just happened. Next, let's look at the motor neurons, or efferent neurons, which handle the response. Motor neurons do the opposite job. They carry commands from the brain and spinal cord to muscles or glands. So, after your sensory neuron reports the hot pan, motor neurons immediately tell your muscles, move your hand right now, triggering that immediate withdrawal action. These neurons help control essential functions like movement, speaking, and even breathing. Without motor neurons, your brain would think, but your body couldn't respond. Finally, we have the smartest connectors in the system, the interneurons, or association neurons. These neurons connect sensory neurons and motor neurons together, primarily within the central nervous system. They process information, analyze signals, and help in decision-making. Think of them as the, quote, processing department, responsible for everything from complex problem-solving to immediate reflex actions. For example, before your brain even fully realizes the pan is hot, interneurons in the spinal cord can trigger that reflex action instantly. That's why you pull your hand away before consciously thinking. Let's do a quick recap of the 3 types of neurons. Sensory neurons report the signals, Interneurons process and connect that information, and motor neurons carry the commands for action. And together, they create every action, emotion, reflex, and movement in your life. What an incredible system. Now comes the most exciting part. How does a neuron actually work? Neurons communicate through electrical impulses called action potentials. Step 1 is the resting potential. At rest, the neuron has a negative charge inside, approximately -70 millivolts. This negative state is maintained because sodium and potassium ions are unevenly distributed across the membrane. Step 2 is depolarization. When a stimulus arrives, sodium channels open and Na ions rush inside. This sudden influx makes the inside positive, creating the electrical impulse we call an action potential. Step 3 is repolarization. Now, potassium channels open and K ions move outside. This outflow of positive ions returns the neuron back to its negative resting state, ready for the next impulse.
At the Axon Terminal, neurotransmitters are released. These chemicals cross the synapse and stimulate the next neuron. And that's how information travels through your body in milliseconds.
Welcome to the fun fact section. Get ready for some mind-blowing trivia about the tiny powerhouses in your brain, your neuron. We've covered what neurons are and how they work. Now let's look at some incredible capabilities of these cells.
Fun fact 1. Neurons can transmit signals incredibly fast, up to 120 meters per second. That's how quickly your brain processes information.
Fun fact number 2. Unlike many other body cells, most neurons do not regenerate easily. This highlights how crucial it is to protect your brain. Fun fact number 3. Your brain can generate enough electricity to power a small light bulb. Talk about a brilliant idea machine. So yeah, neurons are basically the reason you can think, move, feel, remember, and survive.